Hey, Moose. 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 What do you think about the beef? What'd you think about it? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Thai Tunes. Championship edition, of course. Gotta represent the Reds. And seeing as how today is the 1 year anniversary of Not Like Us dropping, I figured we'd revisit the beef. I was hoping to get some guests on here, like my brother-in-law or even my lovely wife, but neither of them are interested, but that's okay, to break down the world post-beef and kind of see how we got here and what the cultural impact of everything was, and just kind of spew my thoughts a little bit here because I can't believe a year has gone by and the world is not the same. Obviously, Kendrick and SZA are out here doing their best with the GNX tour, but we'll get into all of that. So just wanted to say, like, this is absolutely crazy. Last Wednesday, April 30th, was the 1 year anniversary of Euphoria, which dropped completely out of nowhere and really did kickstart the beef as a whole. Sure, we had first person shooter, we had Like That, we had push-ups and all that stuff, but that was actually Kendrick's response. Again, it completely came out of the blue, and it was 6 minutes of raw, savage rapping, which gave us some classic lines like, "What is it, the braids? Headshot for the year. You better walk around like Daft Punk. Remember?" And he had all those great beat switches. He had the sexy red line, which was totally hilarious. And some of the through lines throughout the beef were really interesting, like 20v1, which kept going back and forth as they traded bars and traded tracks over the weekend. Also talked about Have You Ever. Now, this is something that continued on even all the way up to Whacked Out Murals, the opening track on GNX. But of course, we didn't know about GNX definitely at that point. It was just some raw rapping from Kendrick and a critical response to the beef, to push-ups. And then fast forward a couple of days, we got 616 in LA, which I guess didn't really have as much of an impact as a lot of people thought. The sample and the beat itself were really nice. He continued to talk about the mole in the OV Ho camp. And then Drake in the evening responded with Family Matters, which of course would have been his red button diss, but of course within the hour, Kendrick drops Meet the Grams, and we just continue to go bar for bar. Meet the Grams, of course, was the grimiest, darkest thing you've ever heard. And then on May 4th, 2024, we got the undeniable Not Like Us. Drake tried his own response, taking a page out of Kendrick's book with his version of The Heart Part 6. Of course, that one fell completely flat on its face. He actually said he tried the child predator line and put that into his camp. Nobody was buying it. And after that, that was just kind of it. Months went by. Kendrick, of course, Kendrick did the pop-out show, which was really, really incredible. He had all the hoods, all the Bloods and Crips, and a lot of LA rappers, which was another thing that I think subtly, for the people that weren't fully invested in the beef, they would have been like, "Oh, that's interesting." But for those hip hop fans that really knew what was going on, where Drake said, you don't go to your hood and plant no money trees. Ever since the beef, Kendrick has been propping up and highlighting a lot of LA acts. So then we get the pop out. He put a hundred crews on one stage. Keep that line in mind. And then, of course, we got the Not Like Us video on 4th of July last year. Incredible. And then, really, silence. As Kendrick is known to do, he just went into complete radio silence. He had a random song, Watch the Party Die, come out. Again, very grimy, very dark. He had the black Air Forces for that black Air Force energy. And then, right before Thanksgiving of last year, surprise, here comes a video. It's GNX. What is this? Oh, it's the car. That's pretty cool. Boom, the album is out. Now, the album, like I mentioned, continued some of the themes of the beef, where he talked about have you ever put water in your cereal and things like that. But really, it was just a culmination. It was a victory lap leading up to, of course, the Super Bowl this year. But it was a victory lap on everything that he had accomplished. With songs like Man in the Garden, he's just highlighting, I deserve it all. I have been through the wars. I have continued to sharpen my craft. I have gone but leaps and bounds, winning Pulitzer Prizes and sold out tours and things. And this is the culmination. And then everything just around it, with the car, with the aggressive rapping, again, with putting on all of the LA acts and the West Coast acts. It was just a fantastic piece of music. People are still spinning it. People are still finding new songs that they enjoy, like Peekaboo. And, you know, that one too even featured Kendrick's version of The Heart Part 6, which normally they do drop preceding or prior to an album. This one was just on the album, and it was a really nice behind the scenes look at the studio life, how TDE really started, the different supporting acts around there. So that's the beef, and like I said, nothing was the same. We're living in an OV-ho world. Kendrick, we're eagerly anticipating a either deluxe version of GNX, because there's still songs and snippets that he's played in video, in stadium tours, at the Super Bowl, and we're still eagerly anticipating whatever those songs might be. But I'm eager to know what you guys think. Was the beef won by Kendrick or by Drake? I think we all know the answer. What are your favorite tracks throughout the beef? What were your lasting memories of it? What do you think about GNX? And where do you think we'll go from here? Because Drake certainly has been misfiring and shooting himself in the foot with songs like Wagwan Delilah, and then I still don't really care for that Nokia song, but certain people seem to like it. But let me know what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you're interested in having a conversation with me about hip-hop, about country, about something else, let me know and I'd be happy to put you on. We're going to grow this thing organically together. Thanks for checking us out, and we'll catch you on the next Ty Tunes.